signing in. Didn't manage to put up a live stream last night, sorry about that, and I won't be tonight, so sorry about that too. But I wanted to put something up tonight because it's been playing on my brain for a little while. Everybody knows I was scammed, so I've gone on to the BitTrue official Telegram, which seems to be where an awful lot of these scammers are going. So anybody else from any other community, you know, Ethereum, Bitcoin and everything like that, don't know what you do, but maybe it's worth doing something similar. I'm saying let's call the scammers out. Let's beat them at their game, because basically the only way that they can continue to scam people is to get your coins, put them in an account and get them out quick. So I've called for a few things. I think that in order to make this space safer, and because it's coming already, it wouldn't be a bad idea for the exchanges to have know your client verified before you can take money out. It wouldn't be a bad idea if you could verify it before you put money in. But, you know, that's for another day. But when people approach you that say that they're from the exchanges, they don't have access to your personal information unless you give it to them. And they are going to be asking you to give you your personal information or to transfer your coins over. So there's two ways that they do it. They either try and get you to give the personal information so they can then fraudulently get into your account, or they will give you an account, their account details for that coin in order for you to transfer the coins across. So particularly on the BitTrue official Telegram channel, what they're doing is they are asking people to send over the coins to their official BitTrue address, and what they will do is they will put it into personal Power Piggy, into the Power Piggy for you. Well, for the sake of a week, just over 10 days, personal Power Piggy comes in on the 30th of September, which means that you don't have to ask or wait for anybody to put your coins in, or for an opening to come up and then an allocation to be used. You will have your own allocation, which is $100,000. So pretty much, unless you are a whale, Pat, basically you will be able to pretty much get whatever coins you want into it, because $100,000, especially when XRP and BTR and everything is so low, then it's going to give you quite a lot of traction there to be able to put it in yourself. So for the next 10 days, what can we do? I'm saying to people, either get in touch with the mods in the channels that you are, but you're not always certain that you're talking to the mod, unfortunately. So I've put myself up as a point of contact. Happy to do this, and have done a few times. And basically what I will do is I will forward on the account details of these people to relevant parties. XRP Forensics for the XRP, and BitTrue for the BTR, because obviously they're the exchange that's releasing it. From memory, when my Pundi was taken, they couldn't do anything about it, but what they did was they blacklisted the account that it went into as a scam account, so no other Pundi could be transferred into that. So they would have to make up another account, which is why I'm saying to exchanges, pull your finger out and get the KYCs done, because these people are not going to be able to come up with the documentation that they require to pass the KYC at the level of people that we're talking about. Obviously, if they're more advanced scammers, then they're going to have access too. But, you know, that means that if we can get the exchanges talking to each other, that means that anybody that's gone through KYC that works out, and then it turns out that they're a scammer, then the exchanges can talk to each other and blacklist that ID even, so that can't be used again. So, you know, there's things that we can do. So I'm asking people, if you are approached by a scammer, who is saying that they will do something, arbitrage even, or even Power Piggy, rather than ignore it and block them, play along. If you can, right, ask them to send you their account details of where the coins need to be deposited. It's alright, I'm stuck in traffic now. And also, if you can, if you think about it, ask them to send you an email to your email address on the account. If they say they can't do that, then they obviously are not employees of the company, because they would be able to do that straight away. They've got access to that. So, if you can make up a dummy account very quickly and get them to email it to you, that email address that it comes from then becomes traceable. So it's going to be somebody in Africa, India, whatever it is, wherever in the world it is. But we can start to get a feeling on where all these people are located. So I'm hoping that as regulation comes in, there will be a task force, would be the best idea, that these exchanges can do. Have one person or two people, or however many people it takes, depending on what their size is, to actually police this stuff, but talk to each other. And then they can feed that back to the actual police. I mean, Pundy told me to go and talk to Interpol. I wouldn't have a clue on how to do that. But if it's to do with money, I am sure the exchanges will be able to. And will have an inroad into these places in order to be able to do that. So yeah, that's my thoughts. So you get approached by a scammer. 1, get their account details, right? Don't forget to get their if it's like BTR, it's just a straightforward account number. If it's XRP, you're going to need the both codes, the tag as well. So get that, forward it on to either one of the mods or send it to me, XRP Boo Boo. I'm on Telegram, I'm on Twitter, and I'll make sure it gets to the right people. If you can, get their email address, and then we can start to build up an idea of where these people are in the world. And if we can maybe start asking exchanges to KYC, just KYC. If it's KYC'd on the way in, which is what they're going to have to do by the end of next year, I think that's going to get brought forward. I've said this before. It's coming in quicker than what they expected. I think regulations are going to be released a lot quicker than the end of next year. So all exchanges need to have KYC in place by the end of December 2020. So basically what that's going to do is, if we can get the exchanges to KYC everyone. So anyone new going in has to be KYC before their account is live, and anyone that's in the accounts already, get them, I don't know, KYC by 2 months, or your account will be locked, or before you can trade or take money out, you have to be KYC'd. That's another option. We all know it's coming. It's not a shocker. If they can do it sooner rather than later, then we can start to stamp on these scammers, because they're starting to piss me right off. And the problem is, going into this bull market, as it goes up, they're going to step it up. It's going to get more prominent, and they're going to get smarter on what they're doing. So we need to be adapting as we go, and make sure that we report every single one of them before we block them. So, you know, get the information to me. I have no problem in forwarding it on at all. And I think it's key. Don't even have to send it to me. XRP Forensics, they'll get involved with it. You know, because that's who I pass it on to. I put the BTR stuff to BitTrue, and I put everything else to XRP Forensics, because that's what they're to do. You know, but not a lot of people realise that they are there, or not a lot of people know what they do. And you need to understand that they are there trying to collate information that comes in about all these different scams, and actively looking for all these different scams. If you go onto the XRP Forensics Twitter account and then click through into the website has got warnings that comes up all the time. You know, just go and add XRP Forensics, and make sure you get every notification, and then pay attention when these notifications come in. Last weekend there was a whole load of websites set up to scam you, and it's all to do with charities. So that all those those email addresses are going to be used to try and get your coins to do with charitable donations. And what we want to do is make sure that charities don't suffer because nobody trusts them. So, you know, it's a way that we can police the community within ourselves. We can ask the exchanges to help us to do that. And there are a few community members, i.e. the people behind XRP Forensics, who donate their time and effort to help to stamp out these scammers. And that's all we can do. We need to work together to do it. So it's a case of, are you with me? Are you with me to try and make this a safer space? And if you are, please just pay attention to everything that comes through, and take it that one step further rather than just ignore it. Play them at their own game. Help us to create a safer space, especially for newbies coming in, because they are going to get scammed left, right and centre. All the warnings in the world doesn't prepare you for what they're going to be coming up with, and it can get very sophisticated. So this is what we are now, Thursday. This is my Thursday the 19th of September. I'm going to upload this. I'm out with my sister tonight, and my niece. It's her leaving to university dinner tonight, and it's my sister's passing her degree. So celebration tonight. And then tomorrow I am off to Northampton, and then on Saturday is the Northampton meet. Watch this space. I'm going to have a meet every single month somewhere in the UK. Contact me if you want to have one near where you live, if you can get a few people together. I think the next one I'm going to bring closer to home. I think somewhere in Surrey, and then that'll be October, and then November. I think November I'm thinking about Devon. I've put a post up on it. I haven't committed it to memory, and nothing's set in stone until I confirm. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. So I will speak to you anon in on non. So wherever you are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.